It all starts with an invitation that came out of nowhere. The school's most popular guy, Junu, actually turns to our girl Ajin and says, "Let's go on a date too." And just like that, a bomb goes off in Ajin's world. She spends the entire night tossing and turning, her mind racing with one word: tomorrow. Why is time moving so fast, yet so agonizingly slow? After bailing on him last time, she absolutely, positively cannot be late again. She even picked out her best white dress for the occasion. But of course, fate just loves a good practical joke. The next morning, she bolts upright in bed. Oh no, she overslept. She sprints out the door, screaming internally, of all the days to oversleep, it had to be today. And that wasn't even the worst part. A clumsy fumble on the bus, a sickening crack, and her phone screen is now a spiderweb masterpiece. It's completely dead. Game over. Now, she doesn't even know the time, let alone how to contact Junu. She stands at the meeting spot, heart pounding in her chest. Is Junu not here yet? Or am I already too late? But one look at the clock, 11:25, and a wave of relief washes over her. 5 minutes to spare. Thank God, she's not late. Our girl finds a spot to sit, her heart doing the cha-cha against her ribs. The excitement is almost too much. Where will he appear from? What will he be wearing? What she doesn't know, however, is that Junu is nowhere near the theater. He's outside an operating room at the hospital, frantically dialing her number over and over. Please pick up, Ajin. But all he gets is the cold, automated voice on the other end. The clock mercilessly ticks past 12. The movie has already started. He slumps against the wall, his heart sinking into a black hole of dread. In the end, it's Junu who finds a distraught Ajin sitting on a bench in the hospital corridor. Turns out, she somehow heard about his dad's emergency and rushed over too. The doctor said it's a simple surgery, Junu says softly, his voice tired but reassuring. She looks up, meeting his worried gaze, and a knot of fear in her stomach loosens just a little. But earlier, I really thought something bad was going to happen to your dad. Ajin's voice cracks with unshed tears. Seeing her like this, something in Junu's heart melts. He had an important interview to get to, but now, if I leave right now, she'll be all alone. He looks at her, his gaze firm and resolute. The interview can wait. I'll wait with you until your dad gets out. The surgery was a success, a crisis averted. But the failed movie date lingered as a small regret for both of them. A few days later, they arranged to have lunch, a sort of do-over. But just as the mood is getting comfortable, an unexpected guest arrives. Mr. Park, the student teacher Ajin used to have a massive crush on. Haha, hope I'm not interrupting anything, Mr. Park says, casually joining their table. The vibe immediately shifts. The smile on Junu's face fades. He could see that fleeting spark in Ajin's eyes the moment she saw her old teacher. Mr. Park starts reminiscing about the past, teasing Ajin about her old crush on him. Junu listens in silence, a storm of jealousy brewing inside. He can't help but wonder, does Ajin still like him? The thought is like a thorn in his side. After Mr. Park finally leaves, the air is thick with awkwardness. Ajin is the first to speak, apologizing for how this date also got derailed. If I hadn't broken my phone, we wouldn't have ended up missing each other. She mumbles, looking down like a guilty kid. Junu watches her, his internal struggle reaching its peak. So what if Ajin still likes Mr. Kim? He asks himself. What does that have to do with me? It's not like it'll make me stop liking her. Realizing this, a sense of clarity washes over him. He looks at Ajin and says with utter sincerity, "Today was my fault. I'm the one who couldn't get in touch with you." Hearing this, Ajin looks up in surprise. She grabs the corner of his shirt, her voice filled with concern. "Are you sure you're okay? I was so worried something might have happened." And in that moment, it hits Junu like a lightning bolt. All this time, she was worried about him. He had rushed all over town looking for her because, somehow, he just knew she'd be waiting. But we missed the movie, Ajin says, her cheeks glowing like ripe apples. Still, I'm glad you waited. Junu's heart skips a beat. He gently pokes her forehead. Like that's the only movie in the world, dummy. He murmurs, "We can go see something else." And Ajin's heart just goes, "Badum, badum, badum." But the sweet moment doesn't last. Ajin's best friend, Cho Wee, pulls her aside with a devastating secret. She likes Junu, and she makes Ajin promise to help her get with him. Ajin's brain short circuits. Why? Why did I promise her that? She clutches her head, trapped in the ultimate dilemma between friendship and her own heart. From that day on, Ajin tries her best to avoid Junu. But during PE class, when she's about to collapse from exhaustion, Junu just naturally appears by her side, matching her pace. He looks at her gently. "I thought you might take a while, so I'm trying to be your pacer." This goddamn tenderness. It completely shatters Ajin's defenses. But this entire scene is witnessed by Cho-wee from afar. She watches the undeniable chemistry between them on the field, and a fire of pure jealousy ignites in her eyes. She clenches her fists, her face twisting into a cold sneer Ajin has never seen before. Ajin, you two-faced liar. She thinks, a venomous promise forming in her mind. You'll pay for this.